Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today, we're making broccoli cheddar soup. Now this is super easy to make and you get restaurant quality right at home. This broccoli cheddar soup will be gone before you know it. So, let's get started. Alright, so to get things started, we're going to prepare the ingredients we need for this soup. First, we need 1 stalk of celery that we're going to finely dice. And I like cutting thin slices along the length of the celery, and then going back and chopping those slices into tiny bits. Next up, we're going to need half of a white onion that we're going to finely dice. So here you want to aim for roughly the same size pieces as your celery. And finally, we have one of the stars of the dish. We're going to need about 1.5 cups worth of broccoli florets. And depending on the size of the broccoli you buy, this could either be up to 1 or 2 heads of broccoli. Here you want to aim for small bite-sized pieces. This will ensure that the broccoli cooks evenly. Now, in a medium-sized sauce pot, we want to melt 1/4 cup's worth of salted butter over medium-high heat, or 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Once the butter is melted, we want to add in our diced white onion to the pot and saute this for about 5 minutes or until the onions are fragrant and translucent. And once that happens, you want to set it aside for now. Now, in a separate large pot, we want to melt 1/4 cup's worth of unsalted butter over medium-low heat, or 249 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. And once the butter is nice and melted, now we want to add 1/4 cup's worth of all-purpose flour to the pot and whisk this constantly until the flour is all absorbed. And once it's absorbed, we want to add 2 tablespoons of 2% milk to the pot at a time while constantly whisking this to prevent the flour butter mixture from burning. In total, you're going to need about 2 cups worth of 2% milk. We want to continue to do this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Adding the milk here really gives the soup a luxurious velvety texture. So after the 4 minutes of cooking, we want to add in that remaining amount of milk, as well as 2 cups worth of chicken stock to the pot, and whisk these until they're well combined. Allow this to simmer over medium heat, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius, for about 20 minutes to allow the broth to thicken, whisking this ever so often. After a while, you're going to see the top surface of your milk mixture begin to puff up. That's a pretty good sign towards the end of your 20 minutes that your soup is ready. So after that 20 minutes, we want to add in our broccoli florets, our diced celery, 1 cup's worth of shredded carrots, as well as our sauteed onions to the pot. Whisk all these ingredients together until they become evenly dispersed. And then we want to allow these ingredients to soften as we continue to simmer this for another 20 minutes over medium-low heat, or 249 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. And at this stage, we want to finally add in 2.5 cups worth of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. And then we want to whisk that in until the cheese has melted. You always want to use a high quality cheddar cheese for maximum flavor. The sharper the cheese, the better the soup will taste. At this point, your soup is ready to be served. You can always season it with some additional salt and black pepper to your own personal taste. This makes enough for about 8 servings, so you'll end up with plenty to enjoy. And just like that, you've made broccoli cheddar soup right at home. You can make this soup a meal by serving it alongside a sandwich or a side salad. You can even get creative with the presentation. Try to present this soup in a bread bowl or even a hollowed out pumpkin to serve it. And if you want to make it spicy, you can add a little bit of cayenne pepper or even hot sauce to the soup to give it that little kick. And some people like adding some texture, so you can always think of adding some croutons or even bacon bits to get some extra crunch and flavor. Really, your options of customizing this soup are endless. So when you try this dish at home, tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on my recipe. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 3, Upgrading Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this soup recipe, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button for me. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Victor and welcome to Chef Vic Cuisine. I like to share delicious recipes each and every week that you can make for yourself, your family, and your friends. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button too. And sharing is caring, so if you enjoyed this recipe and think someone else will too, feel free to share this with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week where I show you one of my favorite childhood meals, popcorn shrimp. This used to be my go-to for years, and I had to learn how to make it myself, and I think you're all gonna love this recipe. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you all in advance for all the support. You can always check out more recipes on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like this video, so let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.